The book I'm going to read today is called What Pet Should I Get? It is written by Dr. Suess, and you might already know some of his other books, like The Cat in the Hat, The Lorax, or The Grinch. These are made into movies too. Whilst I'm reading, I want you to think about questions. You might be wondering what, or how, or why, or where, or when. Maybe you will find the answers in the book, or maybe you will have to think of the answers by yourself. This book is full of rhyming words. Remember, these are words that sound the same. The book is called What Pet Should I Get? I can hear a rhyme here. Can you? Pet, get. What other words would rhyme? Can you think? Vet, met, wet, set, and probably loads more that you can think of. Let's look at the cover of the book. I can see a boy and some animals. A dog, a cat, a parrot, and a goldfish. It looks like the boy is in a pet shop. I've got a connection. We learned all about pet shops in Ashter. Do you remember? I can see the book's title and the author's name. There are lots of clues here to tell us what this book is probably about. The title is a big clue, and the pictures of pets. Let's read the blurb to find out more. Every pet looks like fun, so how in the world do you pick just one? It isn't easy, but it can be done. It sounds like the boy has a really tough decision to make. How will he pick just one pet when there are so many in the shop? Let's find out. What pet should I get? We want a pet. We want a pet. What kind of pet should we get? Dad said we could have one. Dad said he would pay. I went to the pet shop. I went there with Kay. And so we went in. I took one fast look. I saw a fine dog who shook hands. So we shook. So I said, I want him. But then Kay saw a cat. She gave it a pat. And she said, I want that. Then Kay said, now, what do you think we should do? Dad said to pick one. We cannot take home two. I've got a question. Why did Dad say pick one? I wonder why. Can you think? Well, maybe there is only room for one pet in their house. Or maybe there's only enough money for one pet, because some pets can cost a lot of money. Then, what do you know? We saw two other kinds. Now how could Kay and I make up our minds? A pup and a kitten. They looked like good fun. Now which would we pick? We could only pick one. Make up your mind. The cat or the dog, the kitten, the pup. Oh boy, it is something to make a mind up. Then I looked all around. I saw something with wings. I said, look at him. We can pick one that sings. But then, look over there, said my sister Kay. We can go home with a rabbit today. Then I looked at Kay. I said, what will we do? I like all the pets that I see. So do you. We have to pick one pet and pick it out soon. You know Mother told us to be back by noon. I've got another question. Why did Mom say to be back by noon? Do you know the answer? What could it be? I wonder, is it because noon is their lunchtime? Or maybe they're going somewhere later and they need to be home in time for it. And I could have done it. I could have, I bet. I could have said what pet we should get. But You know what Kay did? Do you know what she did? She said, "Fish, fish, fish, fish. It may be a fish is the pet that we wish." Then I saw a new kind, and they were good too. How could I pick one? Now what should we do? We could only pick one. That is what my dad said. But how could I make up that mind in my head? Make up your mind. Pick a pet fast. Pick one out soon. Mother and Dad said to be home by noon. The time may be now to make up my mind, but who knows what other good pets I might find. I might find a new one, a fast kind of thing, who would fly round my head in a ring on a string. Yes, that would be fun, but our house is so small. This thing on a string would bump into the wall. My mother, I know, would not like that at all. So, maybe some other good kind of pet, another kind maybe is what we should get. We might find a new kind, a pet who is tall, a tall pet who fits in a space that is small. My mother might like this pet best of them all. If we had a big tent, then we would be able to take home a yent. Dad would like us to have a good yent, but how do I know he would pay for a tent? So, you see how it is when you pick out a pet. How can you make up your mind what to get? But I'm sure you all have the same question that I do. What in the world is a yent? Is it a real animal? What do you think? I think that the author, Dr. Suess, is playing a trick on us. What if we took one of each kind of pet? Then our house would be full of the pets we would get. No, Dad would be mad. We can only have one. If we do not choose, we will end up with none. I will do it right now. I will do it, I said. I will make up the mind that is up in my head. The dog or the rabbit, the fish or the cat. I picked one out fast, and then that was that. My question is, we have come to the end of the story, and what pet did they get? I bet you all want to know. This story ends in a big mystery. The author never tells us what pet they get. We'll have to use our own imaginations to guess. It's the end of our story. Did you like it? Maybe you didn't. What was your favourite part? Mine was at the start of the story, when the dog shook the boy's hand. That's a really cool dog trick. Sometimes making a decision can be tricky. I'm not surprised the boy and his sister found it hard to decide on a pet to get. Just look at all these lovely animals. Which one would you pick? Maybe the colourful parrot, or the cute little kitten, or the dog with the kind face. Maybe you'd go for the black rat, or the rabbit. It is so hard to decide. Here is a picture of the author Dr. Suess with his pet, a dog. And that makes me think of a connection. Can you guess what it is? My own doggy Carlos. He might be cute, but he's also very cheeky. Just look at him stealing pieces from my Monopoly game.